Hello, Aries. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. These readings are totally free. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And the Six of Pentacles, the attitude of success, right? I feel like you're goal-oriented, okay? This is the first card, first position. It's called the Station. This is how we see ourselves. This is our current identity. This is the tone of your being right now, and it's a tone of success. You've got the success and abundance mindset right now, okay? This is a card of material success. It's a card of teamwork. It's a card of success after worry. It kind of is showing that we're confident that whatever I feel like it might be a physical or financial situation, whatever it is going to improve, that things are getting better, okay? This is the confidence. This is what we envision. This is like when we close our eyes at night, we can imagine, we can feel the success of our lives, right? We can visualize it. And if we can picture it in our mind and we can feel like we're there and we can believe that it is real, it will become real, okay? So this is a very, like I said, a very success or confidence-oriented, goal-oriented mindset, all right? I think things in your life are going to get so much better. I think whatever you're working on is going to succeed because you believe that it is going to. You believe that it already is succeeding, okay? And we think of success, then we can think of who I need to be. If I'm the successful person in whatever we're talking about, whether it's physical, financial, or a project of some kind, a relationship, whatever success means, if I have succeeded at this, what kind of person would I be? You know, what version of me is the one that is succeeding at this? And that sort of lets us know what we need to become, what we need to acknowledge in ourselves, so that we can succeed at whatever this is, okay? So reflect on this, on how this card might resonate with your sense of self right now. We got to, of course, put this into some context, right? Context is everything. We have the Two of Wands, very nice. We have a Four of Cups. I feel like the Four of Cups is really perfect in this position. We have a Queen of Wands, good fiery energy, a Seven of Wands. And a Two of Pentacles, fire to earth, 2 to 2. The spiritual electrical circuit of creation. You are creating the success in your life. Yeah. We have, Aries power card, the Knight of Wands. This represents your Aries energy in action. Okay, it's one of your Aries power cards. We have a 9. Interesting, a 9 of swords in the environment. We have a Hermit energy. And we have a Princess of Wands. Very good. A lot of really strong fiery energy here. I think even the 9 of Swords, in this case, is not the worst card to get. Okay? Because I feel like it is sort of, it is the refusal to not achieve the goal. Right? It's the pain of being separated from the goal that is driving us and motivating us forward. Okay? Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down over here. Not with Dwight K. Schrute, not this time around. We're going to go with Jimbo, the Lizard King, a.k.a. Mr. Lizard. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this message you feel like you might know what that card could be, put that prediction in the comments, okay? Now, as we look around the room, it's interesting the major arcana energy that we have, and it's the Hermit. Okay? This is, that's kind of, if there is any kind of I don't know, a fear or a worry or an anxiety in this reading, it's just that we don't want to be so goal-oriented that we end up isolating ourselves or cutting ourselves off from people. We don't want to be so competitive that like nobody likes us, We don't want to succeed so much that people are like, well, I don't want to have anything to do with Aries. They always win, I feel like you have kind of the stereotypical Aries reading right now. This really feels like authentically the Aries, where it's like we're motivated, we have this confidence, we have this power, we are manifesting our goals, we are succeeding, and at the same time, like we want people to like us, We want people to want to be around us, right? So I feel like it's very important for you to consistently kind of present this attitude of teamwork, right? Because that's the Six of Pentacles, teamwork. The Six of Pentacles is saying, I believe that I'm bringing something very valuable to the team. We don't want to overshadow the team, And that's kind of where we're going to get into some of those energies, okay? But anyway, we've got one major arcana card, which is that Hermit. You've got, obviously, fire, 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 lots of fire. You got a little bit of water, a little bit of air, a little bit of earth. Okay, 2 earth cards. And so, yeah, I think this is all this fiery ambition, confidence, creativity right now, a real sense of power that you have, okay? But the second card is the card of the battle. And this is literally the card of battle, right? It's Mars in Aries. It's kind of saying, what are we fighting against right now? This is kind of our task. And our task is to balance our strong, assertive, fiery energy with the humbleness and humility that allows us to work as part of a team and allows us to think of the success of the team rather than just our own personal success, right? So I feel like this is that balance that we need, because I feel almost like you could probably run all the way to the top of the mountain by yourself right now. Take you, 5 minutes to get up to the top. But doing that would leave a lot of our teammates behind, so to speak, right? So I feel like you're sort of, you're learning how to temper your own capabilities a little bit. Not that you're really holding yourself back, but we're kind of thinking like, I got to make sure that, I stay part of the team. I don't want to surpass everybody so much that I end up, lonely at the top. But we also don't want to, we don't want to hide away our own power. We don't want to like dumb ourselves down, right? Just to fit in. So where's the balance? I think that's kind of the issue, kind of, right? But this is also the challenge of life that's driving you forward. I think you love a good challenge. I think you want to find more and more ways that you can challenge yourself. And it's kind of like if the situation you're in now is too easy, go find one that's slightly more difficult. It's like you're a black belt in karate and you're sort of still competing against a bunch of white belts. And it's just like you're having to temper your capabilities. Maybe this is a work thing. Maybe it's with friends or family. We're having to temper our capabilities just so we can participate in the, we don't want to whoop everybody in like 2 seconds and then what, right? So I feel that that's kind of the issue for you. And it may be that you're driven by the challenge, but it could be that you don't really feel challenged in the situation you're in now. It may be that we feel like we've already surpassed this particular challenge in our life, this particular situation, and we need something that's more stimulating, okay? Where is your courage? Where is your Mars in Aries, this kind of fight energy? Where do we really feel like we're being pulled, right? What is the conflict in our life right now that is really, that is challenging you? Because I feel that there are a lot of things in your life now that don't challenge you so much. Where are you seeking out new challenges so that you can continue to grow and expand on this very capable Six of Pentacles? I feel that there's so much more for you to do. We don't want to stagnate, right? We don't want to feel as if I've just got to stay here because, let's say it's a work thing. You don't want to just stay in the department you're in, doing the same work that you've always done with the same people. Maybe we like the people and we like to feel part of the team, part of the group, but there's that part of you that like, I want to fight for something. I want a challenge. So maybe you're going to try to like break your own record. You're going to try to go after that big promotion, or you're seeking something new to give yourself that sense of power, that feeling. You want to feel that surge of energy in your body, you know. So I like this card. I think it's sort of asking us. It's the card of dominion. It's the card of self-control. It's the card of taking the initiative. It's the card of seeking out new challenges because we want to expand our capabilities. Right? It's the card of dominion. It's kind of like, you know, we're not so complacent or content just standing still. It's like we want to be pushing ourselves. We want to be growing somewhere. Okay, so maybe if this is not at work, maybe it's like we're going to go seek challenge somewhere else. Maybe we're going to start a sport or a martial art, or we're going to start a musical instrument. We're going to do something that challenges us in order to stimulate that growth and that creativity. Okay, that then will help us in every aspect of life. The next card then is position 3. It's the soul. And this is the hidden, the unconscious, the deeper feelings, the secret longings for you. And of course, this is the 4 of Cups. It's the card of kind of feeling like we're playing it safe, right? This is the card of the storm shelter, the safe harbor. It's kind of like I'm not content with just standing still. I need a deeper challenge. I need more, you know. It's a whisper from the shadow within you. That's you know, it's like your private yearnings, right? Your inner fears maybe too are that we will be just kind of living a pedestrian life, just kind of like a vanilla existence with no excitement. You know, this card is good. That's it. It's good. It's not great. It's not terrible, right? The boat's not sinking. There are no holes in the boat. But we're not sailing off to our adventure either, right? So it's kind of like I'm stagnating. I'm just floating here and play. I'm just like treading water kind of, and it's boring, you know? So I feel like this again is kind of this is the only, now this is the only water energy in the reading. So to me it feels like we're not satisfied with the way things are. We're seeking out new challenges. I'm not being stimulated enough. I'm not being challenged enough. It's like a kid that's really, really bored in school and just is looking for something to fight against, something to do, you know? Is when we get too into the routine at work and we want something. We gotta liven the place up a little bit. But this card is okay, right? There's nothing wrong necessarily, but there's this feeling like there should be more. You know, again, it's kind of this, the emotional landscape is a little bit just, it's just flat. You know, there's no intervals, there's no big musical notes. It's just kind of a flat monotone almost, okay? And so I think we're kind of ready to acknowledge this, that says, look, I don't want to just be content with my life the way it is. If I'm not, because this is the card that says, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. It's like we're trying to just convince ourselves that we don't need anything more, you know? Because again, there's nothing really to complain about, but it's not exciting, it's not stimulating. There's no new challenges. You know, it's like we've mastered the video game, and it's like, why am I don't want to play the video game anymore. I want another level. You know, we don't keep playing the same level of the video game over and over and over again. You know, maybe once we master it, once we feel like, okay, I'm good at this level already. I want a new level. I want something challenging. I want something different, something novel. Mystery card might be the Fool, right? I want something that's going to wake me up, make me feel alive. I want to feel the fire surging through my veins, and you know, I want to get motivated again. I got to get something new, right? And so it might not be that we're going to start causing trouble at work or at school or something. It might be that we're seeking out some challenging thing for ourselves. Maybe we're seeking out, like I said, a new sport or a new skill to learn, something challenging to do, right? Or we're taking things up a notch. We're going to go for that next level up. This is the card that says it's time. Yeah, it's time to take that next level up. Okay, now, position 4 is the dwarf. Okay. It's just called the dwarf. It's the old pattern, the inertial drag from our past, some residue of some old karma maybe. And it's the Queen of Wands. This is kind of like a card that doesn't ever really feel, oops, I gotta set my timer. There we go. It's a card that doesn't ever really feel content with anything. And so we have to wonder, like, where does this come from in us? This feeling like, because see, the water energy is antagonistic to the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands does not like this, any of the water energy, because it's content. And it doesn't want to feel that way, because the water will extinguish the fire. So we have to ask, where do we get this fire, right? Where did we learn to sort of always be needing to go and go and go? And it could be from parental figures. There could be an older female energy in your life that is sort of, that was like this too, and it's how you kind of modeled yourself after them. Or they sort of instilled that value in you. They kind of had that, feeling like you're a shark, and if you don't keep moving, you're a goner. Because what we see in the reading is that there's an inability to sort of sit still and just be content and enjoy what we have and just be in that routine. I think you get bored fairly easily, and you kind of like, you start to get a little bit antsy. We start to get the jazz hands. It's like, I need something else to do. This is not doing it for me anymore, And so it's really ambitious, and I think that you probably have that there's an older female energy in your life for sure, whether it's an ancestor or, like a distant ancestor or someone more kind of close, like a mother figure or an older sibling or something like this. But someone was very ambitious, and I think that you really learned how to level up your life again and again and again. And once you start feeling that 4 of Cups, it's like, it's time to level up again. It's time to push forward. It's time to do something new. It's time to go again. It's time to get to the next difficult challenge. Okay? But we sort of wonder why we have that. Why there's so much fire here and not a lot of water. And so this is something that we might have to eventually look at in order to acknowledge, okay, this is kind of how I am. And, maybe I can understand where I got that. It's not a bad thing. No, it's not it's a very good problem to have, right? But it also is kind of asking, like, do we enjoy the things we do, right? Are we maybe, and I feel like this card is sort of hinting at that we don't care so much about the goals, but we like the fire of doing the thing, And so this is a very positive card, don't get me wrong. This isn't a bad quality to have at all. Because just then, when I asked, do we enjoy what we do? Then it hit me. And Spirit said, that's what we enjoy doing, is challenging ourselves and pushing forward. It's not even about the goal. Once we get to the goal, we're just like, okay, yay, a trophy. Well, now what do I get to do? Oh, I won the race, big deal. Now what is there? Right? So I feel like you're somebody that enjoys the journey. It's like the summit of the mountain exists only to justify the climb. And that's what this card is. Because once you get to the goal, to the 10 of Pentacles or to the 10 of Cups, this card gets sad. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm at the finish line. Oh, that sucks. I want to keep playing ball, It's like when I was a kid and I was in Little League. I didn't care about winning the game. I just wanted to be out there, running around, catching the balls, hitting the ball, striking out a lot, sliding into the bases and having fun with my friends. I didn't care about who won. I didn't want the game to end. I didn't want anybody to win. If it were up to me, it would have been extra innings all night long, into the morning hours. Because this is the card that loves doing the thing just for its own sake. Okay, so when we talk about ambition, it's not really, I don't think it's the same as like, I got to get the goal. Oh, I just want that. I want that finished product. I want to succeed at this. No, I think it's like, I want to do the work. I want to feel the feeling of doing the work, of being involved in the activity, fully consumed in that challenging activity. Okay, it's not about the finish of things. And so I like this. I think this is a very, very positive card. The more that energy comes through to me and speaks to me, I feel like this This is really something. And I don't know who that influence is on you, if it's an older female energy, mom, grandma, great grandma, an auntie, an older sister, something like this. But it's kind of like we got that feeling from somebody. And maybe it's somebody in your distant past that kind of that you feel is a very strong influence on your life, or some kind of a role model maybe. Yeah, an older female role model that you kind of view in that light. All right. Now, next card is position 5, and it's the Giant. Okay? And the Giant is the driving force. And this fits in so perfectly, right? This is the impulse that's propelling us forward. It's the 7 of Wands. It's our valor. It's kind of like saying, I am somebody in life that needs to have something to fight for. Otherwise, I get bored and I start just pacing a circle in the carpet, and I get we almost get miserable. We almost get kind of sad and depressed when there's nothing for us to do. So I think you like to have a mission in life. You like to have a goal to work toward because you like to do that work. You like to be busy doing something purposeful. That's where you really feel good, I think, you know? And so this is the direction of our energies. These are our ambitions. This is what is really waking you up. When you hear the word, challenge or difficult, your eyes like light up and you're like, I'm in it. I'm on it. Let's do it. All right. This is a David and Goliath kind of card. This is a little stick, a little weak piece of wood in the front, battling against these really strong wands in the background. And it's sort of like me against the world. And I feel like you love that kind of a challenge. So if things start to stagnate and we feel like we're just kind of swimming circles in the pool, you think, I need to find some deeper waters. I need to find something higher to break through toward. I need to find a ceiling so I can crash through it. I gotta like I said, maybe it's like, I guess I gotta like learn a new language or pick up a new instrument, or I've got to take another martial arts class or something, or I guess I got to go for that next promotion or something like this, right? And you like the effort. Yeah. This is the card that doesn't quit, doesn't give up, doesn't want to sit still. This is like, this is the hill I'm going to die on kind of energy. And it really is the valor. It is not giving up even when the odds may seem like they're against us. And sometimes, I guess for you at least, the greater the odds, the more your face like lights up. Very Aries energy we see here. Like I said, this seems like this is kind of a foundational Aries reading. So really, this is going to be bigger than we expected. Okay, this is going to be the next challenge for you. The one that you're seeking out is going to feel like this is the big challenge of a lifetime. Okay, and I kind of feel like you need bigger and bigger things. The more you succeed, the bigger and bigger the challenges have to be. This is going to be a really big one. So this is that big promotion, or this is that really, I don't know what it is. It's a big thing. Okay, it's a big investment of your time, effort, energy, and or money as well. Okay, and so we, as we're looking for our next challenge, right? The next fight for us to grow and to push through for this expansion and to enjoy, we realize that we have to develop this virtue. This is who we need to become, the person that will not give up when the odds are against us. In order to push through and sort of complete this next challenge for you, you're going to, because remember we said that like, whatever this next challenge is going to tell you what virtues, like who you need to become in order to succeed at it. You realize that this is a big one. So you're going to have a lot of perseverance, a lot of stamina. You're going to have to be knocked down and keep getting back up again. This is like literally the card of like, I got up again, right? No matter how many times I get knocked down, you get up one more time. And really life is just making sure that you get up one more time than you fall down. That's it. We're all going to fall down. Just make sure you get up more times than you fall down. That's it. That's the key, right? And this is that card that says, I got up again. I'm getting up again and again and again and again, no matter how many times I have to do it. And in fact, I think we're going to keep doing it And once we stop getting knocked down, saying, I need a stronger opponent, please. Because I need somebody to knock me down so I can get up again. And then once we stop getting knocked down, we say, next contestant, you know. And so I like this. I think this is that power in you. And it's your ability to really to never quit, never give up, keep standing up again, and pushing through. Yeah. The next card, interestingly, is the Two of Pentacles. It's position 6. It's the Imago. It's the image of your future self. It's really the next step on your path, right? So I kind of feel like you're seeking out that next conflict. We got the Mars. We got the Mars in Aries here, and then we step forward into that next path. Okay, and so this is the choice. This is the behavior. Okay, so we're stepping out of the comfort zone. You're stepping away. So you got 4, 5, 6. We create the 6 here by realizing the 4 and taking a step forward. Really, the card should be like this because we're going from a stationary place into a new activity, a new situation, a new path, a new challenge, going after that promotion or taking on a little more work, finding a new opponent, whatever it might be. Seeking out the next way that we can grow in order to level up. Okay, every time we break through, that ceiling becomes the floor. And now that we're at that floor, we think, I don't want to be on the floor. I got to climb up to the ceiling again. And every time we do that, we're going up level by level by level, the ceiling becomes the floor. And the Two of Pentacles, of course, is choosing that. We are taking that step forward into that new direction, that new and more challenging situation. Okay, and so we're sort of visualizing ourselves in a way, taking that step. What is that step going to look like? What is it that we need to do? And I think this is kind of like, what choice right now is going to help us to shape this vision of ourselves. Whoever we're trying to become, whatever kind of life we're leading, which again I think is one where we like to be active. We like to do new and more challenging things. What does the next challenge look like for you? What do we do? Like, what's the step? What do we have to initiate? Yeah. So this is a very straightforward card. Now we're going to talk about the path of the serpent. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed, please do. These readings are totally free. Okay. Position 7 is the persona. And this is how we present ourselves to the world. This is the mask that we wear in the greater theater of life. And this is stereotypical Aries energy. Okay? So you probably present to most people. Now, I know you're much more than just Aries, right? Whether Aries is your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, you're so many other things. You have all these other planets, you have all 12 zodiac signs in your chart. Okay? Aries is just one prominent sign for you. Yeah. And this is really, this is what other people sort of see in you. They see somebody who is always leaping into the next challenge. They see somebody that is really eager, really ambitious, really competitive, perhaps. People might see you as somebody who is concerned about their own progress and their own success and maybe isn't so much of the team player. Or they see you as somebody that would run all the way up to the top of the mountain and leave everybody else behind, but that's not really you, is it? We know that Aries, you like to be first across the finish line, but you also will turn around and go back to help your teammates across the finish line too. No one left behind, right? But I feel like you're always in search of, more, I don't know, not excitement necessarily, but more challenge, more growth, things that will challenge you and will stimulate growth in you. You're at the gym, you're not going to keep lifting the 20-pound weights. Eventually you're going to go up to 30 pounds, until that becomes so easy that you're like, you're bored. You got to go up to 50 pounds, or whatever it is. And so I think that you're somebody that's trying to encourage everybody around you to also, let's start leveling up, let's start lifting more, let's do it, because you want people around you. You want to be part of the team, okay? But people may see you as just such a beast, that they're sort of intimidated by you. and they feel like maybe you just want to do things yourself and you want to succeed and you don't care about anybody else, but you really truly do. So I think it's important that in all of this energy, we remain open and receptive to other people, and we communicate well with other people, because you do want people around you. You want to have your team succeed with you, but you're not willing to diminish your own success just so you can stay with the other people, friends, coworkers, family members, whatever, right? So you're encouraging everybody to level up too, but if they don't want to, you're not going to hold yourself back, right? So position 8, here's kind of the difficult card. This is the shadow. This is maybe a hidden aspect of ourself, or a repressed energy, an unacknowledged truth. And it's the 9 of Swords. It's one of the most unhappy cards in the tarot pack. It's the opposite of the 9 of Cups, right? Happiness. This is unhappiness. This is sadness, right? And this might show us where our fear, or where our kind of this is something that we need to acknowledge in ourselves, I think, and something that we want to, because this card's also the position of your environment and your relationships. Okay, so we might have a difficult time letting other people know us, in the sense of like, I want to be with people, I want to love people, I want to have connection. You know, it's kind of like I'm a big softie. You know, you have all this power and ambition and all this, energy, but you just want to love and be loved, and you want to be happy. You want to live the happy life, and I think for that we need the relationships. We don't want to be the hermit. Of course, that's what we have here as the fear, worry, concern card. The next card is the hermit, right? So by embracing, by acknowledging to ourselves that, yes, you know what, I'm not just some kind of solitary, ambitious, competitive person that only cares about my own energy and my own activities and my own growth and leveling up. I do care about those things, but I also want people around me. I want to feel happy and connected. I want to feel abundant in life. I want to have love and companionship and community, right? And so this card is kind of the opposite of that. And so it's a Mars in Gemini. This is the card of things splitting apart. Yeah. And I think that it's a couple of things. Like I said at the beginning, it kind of feels like we don't want to be separated from the goal, but at the same time, we realize that when the ceiling becomes the floor, I can put my hands this way. When the ceiling becomes the floor, it creates separation. And that separation is our motivation. That pain of separation is the motivation for union, right? The pain of division. We are separated for love's sake. That we put the object of our attention far away so that we can have the joy and the love and the happiness of traveling that path toward it. Okay, so I feel like this is the way that we motivate ourselves by having goals, basically, right? Because once you set a goal, you have to go through the pain of being separated from that goal. I mean, that's the whole idea of a goal, is that we separate something from us and say, my goal is to be this person. Well, that means I'm not this person now. Ouch, that hurts. So that's going to motivate me to do the work, to become that person. See, as soon as we have a goal, we're taking something inside of us and we're putting it outside of us. We're separating something from ourselves so that we can go and get it. It's kind of like the way we might, we might throw a tennis ball out into the yard and then we'll go run and get it. You know what I mean? Kind of playing fetch with ourselves, I guess. A funny image. But, we're creating that sort of distance. We're creating that separation so that we can have the pleasure of pursuing that goal and coming back to union with it. Okay? I think in a very practical way, this card is saying that we want to have good relationships in our life. We want to be happy in our sense of community and companionship. Okay? We do need that. Yeah. And so when we acknowledge this, right? When we acknowledge that maybe what we're really seeking too is that kind of companionship and friendship and community and team, that sort of team camaraderie. Then this shows us kind of what our next biggest challenge should be, right? Just as an idea. maybe our next challenge is going to be something that is taking us into closer contact with other people. Maybe it's the challenge of finding the right, intimate relationships. Yeah. Anyway, just an idea, just a thought. The next position is the Hermit. This is position 9, the Spectre. This is the fear, worry, concern, the anxiety, the dread, the challenges that we fear the most. Okay? And it's the Hermit. Okay? And this is what we fear becoming. The Hermit. The lonely one that has been so ambitious and so competitive and has succeeded so much in life that like nobody wants to be around us. They say it's lonely at the top, And so I think that we're realizing that, okay, it's going to be lonely at the top. I better make sure that I make some good relationships now so that I'm not lonely when I get to the top. Because I'm getting to the top no matter what. I just want to have some friends there when I get there. I want people to come along with me, And so I think that really is the biggest, the biggest thing. And this kind of holds the key to our liberation. If we're afraid of becoming the Hermit, let's take the next steps to make sure that doesn't happen. Let's let our next challenge be to connect with other people in such a way that if I have to wait behind for them, I'm willing to do that. It's like you're going for a walk with your best friend, but your best friend's kind of slow. And you can walk really fast, and I love walking fast around the block, And so you could just leave your friend behind, and you can walk quickly forward. But how's your friend going to feel? How are you going to feel? You're putting distance between you and your friend. You're going to lap them eventually, right? So you're pulling ahead in that walk. It's supposed to be a walk where we're walking together. We're going to go from here. We're going to go to the gas station and get a bottle of water or something. Wouldn't you walk with your friend? Even if your friend was slow. You might say, hey, come on, hustle up. But then we would slow down a little bit so that we can walk together, because that was the whole point. It's not about going to the gas station to get the stupid water bottle. It's because we wanted to do something with our friend, go out and walk together. That is the essence of it. That is the purpose. Not getting to the gas station and get the water bottle. Okay. And so that's kind of where we are with the Hermit energy. We're starting to realize that, okay, I'm going to get to the top of the mountain, but I want to have, my friends or family or my significant other there with me, whoever. And so I don't need to prove how quickly I can get to the top if it means that I'm going to leave my love, my friends, whatever behind. And so that's kind of showing where we need to maybe make some alterations. Now, the 10th card is the Destiny. It's the culmination, the fruit of your labor. It's the fully realized self. It's sort of an Aries energy in a way as well, okay? Because it's very impulsive. But this is now the card that is kind of dancing with the tiger for its own sake. So it really is I think, a renewal of this Queen of Wands energy that we had in the past, where we just enjoy doing the thing because we enjoy doing it. It's not about getting to the goal. And maybe we sort of lost touch with that a little bit. And we started thinking like, I just got to get to that goal as fast as I can. I got to get to the gas station and get that water bottle, right? Doesn't matter if my friend is slow and is going to get there 20 minutes after I do. I got to get there and get it. This card is now realizing that, wait, no, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get the water at the end. I'm going to get to the gas station and get the water. It's fine. Maybe you're going for a slice of pizza or a candy bar or something, or I don't know, I guess they sell fruit and vegetables too. But the idea with this card is that we're enjoying the time spending on the journey, the time on the path. We're enjoying the walk itself with our companions, and not focused, not worried so much about what the goal is, what the end result is. We know we're going to get there. We're enjoying the journey, right? So it's kind of like reminding ourselves that, the summit of the mountain only exists so that I can enjoy the journey of climbing the mountain. Ah, yes, okay, I remember that now. I remember that the purpose of me walking to the gas station to get the water bottle is not because I need the water. It's because I wanted to do something that I enjoyed, and that's the walk. Maybe this is just us walking by ourselves. Maybe we don't have to speed walk as fast as we can to get there. Maybe we can take our time. We can enjoy the scenery, and we can make connections. We can watch the squirrels. We're going to get there, but we don't have to be in such a rush, you know. Anyway, I feel like this is kind of giving us a renewed enjoyment or a reminder of what the intention, what the purpose really is of things, you know. Well, let's look at the mystery card over here. We have position 11. This is the guide, and this is the inner self, the higher self, the teacher, the wisdom that waits to lead you onward. Okay. I feel like it's going to be a 6 of Cups. It's going to be the Lover's card. It's going to be a 2 of Cups or something like this that shows that water energy, shows the love, shows the companionship, shows the connections with other people. Okay. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see what we have. And it's the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles is kind of us being given the gift of the next goal, right? And so this is, to me, it feels like it is the beginning of something new. Okay, this is the card of beginnings, this card of planting the seed of something. But I think that this is us realizing that this next path for us, rather than being a sprint up the mountain, is going to be a little bit more of a stroll through the garden. We're still going to get to the goal, right? But maybe this is a goal now where we've chosen, let's say, we've chosen the goal that's going to force us to take the path that is sort of ripe for opportunities for new relationships. Does that make sense? That we're picking something that the next challenge is going to be one where we're going to be experiencing more interaction and more connections along the way. Kind of like we're picking the scenic route. We're picking a destination that is going to force us to drive through the wonderful countryside or something, you know, rather than just like going to the city and just straight freeway shot. It's just a straight shot there. No, I want to take the long and winding road where I can have a richer experience of things. Yeah. This is Spirit giving you the opportunity to take another pathway. And so I feel that this is really about, it kind of goes back to that balance. We can have our goals and we can be the best at what we do, but we can do it in such a way. It's kind of like you have the goal. You can either pick the straight shot, get there before everybody else, or you could take the route that maybe takes longer, but it's more fun, more enjoyable. And you can take the path that maybe you'll see your friends there too. Either way, you're going to get to the goal, right? So it's like you can have your ambition, but we also are balancing that, tempering that a little bit so that we can still foster new connections and create bonds with people and have that kind of energy too. Does that make sense? So I like this. I think this is a very, very good confirmation card for us. And I think that this does show that we're ambitious for more, that we are, we are looking for the next challenge. I think it's going to be one that's more connected with people, you know. Anyway, let the lessons of these 11 stations settle into your heart. Each card is a mirror. Each station is a temple of transformation. Remember that the tarot does not dictate your future. It reveals the pattern of possibility. It invites you to co-create your destiny. If this reading has illuminated your path, please share your reflections down below. Together we journey onward, ever upward and ever inward. And we're going to do an extended reading too. We're going to do an I Ching hexagram. We're going to do some oracle cards. If you want to stick around, there's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Aries on Mondays and Fridays. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. These readings are totally free. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.